Welcome back to today's video. Today we delve into an essential and sensitive topic, child labor laws in India, protecting innocence. Child labor remains a significant concern not only in India but worldwide. In this video, we will shed light on the current state of child labor in India, the laws in place to protect children, and the efforts being made to eradicate this social evil. Let's get started. Child labor is a persistent issue in India, affecting millions of young lives. According to various reports, India is home to one of the largest numbers of child laborers in the world. Many children are forced to work in hazardous conditions such as brick kilns, factories, agriculture, and domestic households. To protect the rights of children and combat child labor, the Indian government has enacted several laws and regulations. The primary legislation addressing child labor is the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. This law prohibits the employment of children below the age of 14 in hazardous occupations. Over the years, the Indian government has taken significant steps to strengthen child labor laws. In 2016, an amendment to the Act was passed prohibiting the employment of children below 14 in all types of occupations, except for some family, businesses, and the entertainment industry, where they can work right after school hours and during vacations. The Right to Education Act, which came into force in 2009, plays a crucial role in the fight against child labor. It guarantees free and compulsory education for all children aged 6 to 14 years, ensuring they have access to quality education and are not forced into the workforce. There are some exceptions. It It's essential to note that even though these exceptions exist, they are subject to strict guidelines and supervision to ensure that children are not supposed to exposed in the hazardous conditions. Their education is not compromised and their overall well-being is safeguarded. Government in- Government inspections are a crucial part of enforcing child labor laws in India. Labor inspectors, along with other authorized personnel, conduct regular and surprise visits to various establishments such as factories, shops, construction sites, and homes to check for compliance with child labor regulations. These inspections aim to identify instances of child labor and assess the working conditions of children. Rescue operations plays a critical role in liberating children from exploitative and hazardous work conditions. These operations are usually carried out by specialized forces which consists of police personnel, labor officials, and representatives from child welfare departments and NGOs. Prosecution is a critical aspect of enforcing child labor laws and holding offenders accountable for their actions. When instances of child labor are identified during inspections or rescue operations, legal action is taken. The employers or individuals involved in employing child laborers. Penalties and fines. Employers found guilty of employing child laborers can face substantial fines and penalties as per the provisions of the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986 and its amendments. The amount of the fine may vary based on the severity of the violation. In addition to fines, individuals involved in employing child labor may also face imprisonment. The duration of imprisonment depends on the gravity of the offense, such as the number of child laborers employed, the nature of the work, and the conditions in which they were made to work. Child labor laws, coupled with the Right to Education Act, promote universal access to quality education. By keeping children out of the workforce and in schools, these laws enable them to receive formal education, which is crucial for their personal and intellectual growth. Child labor laws help protect children's physical and mental health by preventing them from engaging in strenuous and dangerous work that could harm their development and overall well being. Poverty and economic pressures. Poverty remains one of the primary drivers of child labor. In imp- impoverished households, children often work to supplement family income and support basic needs. Until poverty is effectively addressed, families may continue to rely on child labor as means of survival. Lack of access to education. Limited access to quality education is a significant obstacle in the fight against child labor. Many children, especially in rural and marginalized communities, lack access to schools and educational opportunities, making them vulnerable to exploitative labor practices. Inadequate enforcement of child labor laws and lenient penalties for violations can embolden employers to continue exploiting child laborers. Strengthening enforcement mechanisms is crucial to deter potential offenders. Child labor is a harsh reality that requires collective efforts to eradicate. India's child labor laws provide a legal framework to protect children, but their implementation and enforcement demand our attention and vigilance. Let's join hands in safeguarding the innocence of our children, ensuring they have the right to education, play, and a childhood full of opportunities. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button and share it with others. Let's work together for a brighter and compassionate world. Until next time, thank you so much.